right, marketers, grab your overpriced standing desk and that oat milk latte you love so much, because welcome to Notorious B2B, the only show where we treat LinkedIn drama like breaking news and expose the real B2B marketing sins.
Yeah, think of us like SNL meets TMZ, but for the people who argue about whether gated content is still a thing or not. I'm Tas Bober, B2B landing page nerd and lovable troll on LinkedIn.
And I'm Tim Davidson, the guy making TikTok-style videos and cutting fruit on LinkedIn. Together, we're cutting out nonsense and roasting the most ridiculous trends in B2B marketing.
Because if we have to suffer through another 10 things getting engaged taught me about B2B sales, we're taking you all down with us.
Let's get into it.
As I was prepping for our episode, I found 4 AI stories. And I'm like, every week we cover AI stories. So I'm like, should we have an AI segment just for us? And so here are some name options, okay?
Yeah.
Artificial ignorance.
All right.
Chat PTSD.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Big prompt energy, which kind of goes with the notorious B2B.
Man, that one's good too.
Hip-hop theme. Maybe we should just ask people.
Or use all 3.
Someone vote. Someone send us a message and tell us which one you like best. And then we'll do
first
a poll.
person to send a message, be like, yeah, I like this one best. That's it. We're going to do that.
That's the person. Yeah, that's the thing where
No one message us, then we'll just use all 3.
I'm going to put a poll out. It's fine.
No poll. Let's use all 3.
What?
I think there's a little Easter egg here.
Should we ask AI which one it likes best?
No, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
They are a terrible choice.
Okay, fine. All right. So in our AI segment, this one is actually a story that involves me.
Oh, yeah, this is funny.
So my humble brag moment is here, bragging camp, which is I'm on other podcasts, right? Usually talking about landing pages, not talking about the fun stuff that you and I talk about.
No
here.
free plugs here, by the way.
No free plugs.
No free plugs.
This whole thing is a free
Don't
plug.
plug this.
No free plugs, which is also going to be on a t-shirt. That's what Leigh wants on a t-shirt.
It has to be.
Okay. And I was on this podcast. Usually the way it goes is you're on the podcast, a week later, they're like, hey, here are some assets, some social clips. Here's the episode thumbnail. Let me know if you like it. We'll post it. I usually honestly never look at them. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Sounds great. Post it. I just happened to open this one.
Yeah. Why'd you look at this one?
Last week. It was there.
Okay. It showed like a preview.
Yeah, it showed a preview.
Okay.
Usually I don't even look at it.
Yeah.
And I opened it up. So, and then they decided to do some finagling of my face. So I don't know whether to be insulted or not, but to give people reference, this is my profile picture, okay? And I have a headshot version that doesn't have all the smoke that I send to people. This is my picture. Has been for 2 years. Okay?
Yeah.
Memorized? Okay, cool.
It's your shtick.
It's my shtick. Here's what they did to my picture. The first thing is they straightened me out for some reason. Cool.
Yeah.
They added highlights to my hair.
Yeah.
Maybe dark hair isn't a thing, right? This is as close to a blonde. This is as close to a blonde as I ever
Those are great
got.
highlights.
You think I should do that? Tell my hairdresser next time?
No,
do
I
it for drive?
think those are great. I'm just saying. They look like
gray. Oh, I thought you said great. No, so they're actually making me older in this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
Whatever.
My teeth are fucked up. Like, what have they done to my teeth?
They whiten them.
They whiten them.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, thanks for telling me I have yellow teeth. I'm not wearing clothes, and like
it's a shoulder shot, by the way, for people just listening.
Yes, it's a shoulder shot. They're immediately running to YouTube to be like, what? She's not wearing clothes. Yes, it's cut off at the chest, so don't get excited. But they get rid of my clothes in this thing. So I'm like, okay, hi.
They elongated your neck too.
They elongated they put me on someone else's body. That's not my body.
Yeah.
So that's why it looks bad.
Yeah.
So I ended up emailing them back. At first, I wasn't going to say something. I laughed at first and I was like, you know what? No, this is the kind of shit that we need to talk about. So I said, hey, I noticed that my headshot is a bit strange. My head was put on someone else's body. Also, the original headshot has me with clothes on, and this looks like it doesn't have any clothes on. So they said, hey, you know what? Thanks for the feedback. We'll edit the thumbnail. So I think at this point they got angry with me because this is the edit that they eventually sent back.
They put the clothes on. Right.
They put the clothes on, made me look older.
They kept the gray hair. I think they graded more.
kept the gray hair,
Added more.
made my skin worse. They were probably editing it going, well,
Yeah.
my friend and I were laughing about it because I was sending it to her in our prompts, or I was sending it to her in our group chat, and we were doing fake prompts. We're like, they're obviously using an AI tool for this. And, the prompt is, correct, this bitch gave us feedback, make her look worse. That's the prompt. So we were just like laughing and making up prompts as we go. But this is what they ended up sending to me. And I'm like, okay, now my teeth are even more messed up, right? I look older. The highlights are still there. So I said, hey, thanks for the update. It still feels a little bit off. Can I ask why we aren't using the original headshot? It feels unnecessarily edited. I am not comfortable with any AI manipulation of my face. Let me know if I can provide some help on my end. Okay. This was the kicker. They respond and said, hey, Tas, just to clarify, we didn't do any AI editing or manipulation to your image. Really? Okay. We only upscaled the original headshot because the version we had available online wasn't in HD. That's why it likely looks a little bit off. Now, why wouldn't they have come to me and said, hey, can I get a high resolution headshot of yours? Like every other place has always just emailed me and say, hey, can you give me a short bio? And can you give me a high res headshot?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you ask me that before completely manipulating my stuff, right? My face. And then it says, if not, we can definitely tone down the upscaling to keep it more natural. Why wouldn't you want to keep it natural regardless? So I said, interesting. It definitely has an AI feel, but regardless, it's over tampered. And then I attached my high res headshot, and then they finally sent it to me, and I was like, okay, it looks normal now. But it was funny because I sent it to then my assistant, and I asked her to go through some of their thumbnails and find out if they're doing this to other people or just to me. And I don't know if this is good news or not, but they are doing it to other people. So
quick side note here before we forget, upscaling a photo does not remove clothing. It's not how that works. It's just not how it works.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, so here are some other people that they did it to. So there's this guy. His on the left is what they actually ran with. So he actually looks a lot more professional on the right, where he's wearing a collared shirt. He's got kind of a neutral background. They've put him in a white shirt that's unbuttoned at the top with a tie, like he's a schoolboy, right?
Drunk.
This is like, or drunk. Okay, so that's this guy.
Because upscaling does not change clothes.
Yes, upscaling does not change clothes. Here's this guy. They changed his background a little bit, but also then did some refining around his, face.
This looks more like it'd be an upscale.
Okay.
But these photos make it the upscale one blurry. So I don't know if that's just a part of that.
Just the way she took the
research.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all to say that me and this guy probably had the worst of it.
Yeah.
At least he got clothes. Okay. I don't even fucking get clothes. But guess what? It does not stop there. In a different podcast, I didn't show this to you because I'm just going to show Tim during
completely different podcast.
Completely different podcast.
Not even these people anymore.
Not these people anymore.
Okay.
I am AI-ified again, and I'm not gonna show you who the podcast is from because I actually like the guys. I'm just like, I sent it. They posted it on LinkedIn, and that's where I saw it. It wasn't even like sent to me beforehand. He just started posting about it already. And I usually don't even watch the clips. I'm like, whatever. But it was auto playing. And I'm like, why? That looks weird. And then I put the sound on. This is messed up.
Wait, the video was different?
It's a video. Okay.
It changed you?
It changed me a little bit. You're going to see. It's a horror movie. Okay.
Oh my.
I literally sent it to them saying, but what is wrong with my eye? Especially today. What is going on with my eye?
Yeah, that's weird.
They made me roll dopey. I look like I'm.
You do.
They slowed me down.
Should be structured like an Amazon product.
Oh.
Look at that.
Were you talking too fast?
I don't know, but they slowed me down. My eyes fucked up.
Most times, tons of reviews and social proof.
So now what my plan is now I feel like if I'm going to do things like this, is to make them agree in writing not
Oh,
to use
geez.
AI manipulation. Because the thing is, here's the thing, Tim. You and we
I get
both
it.
do we look at every one of these? No.
No shot.
There's going to be thousands of them in the wild. Like that's
Yeah.
the risk we took when we took on like this weird line of work. Like I'm not going to look at every one of them. I don't even know if there's more out. I found both of these by accident because I
Yeah.
don't sit and review everything. And he's getting it edited, but this post isn't down. So he's just going to keep that and he's going to send me the revised batch or
Forever.
whatever. It lasts forever. And so I feel like it doesn't even have to be a contract, but I saw someone else say like, you're probably going to have to provide like a thing when you schedule that says, hey, just FYI, here are my headshots, be proactive. Like, here's my headshot. Please know that I am not okay with using any kind of like AI tool to manipulate my face. So my headshots, imagery, that kind of stuff, I want it depicted as is. But yeah, so those are the two instances. How wild. In 1 week.
I think the funny thing here is I think the image part, that was definitely like they knew what they were doing there. I think the video ones are interesting because a lot of these platforms now, even not Zoom, but like the other ones that we record a podcast and you could do like AI video
Riverside.
clips,
Yeah.
right? You could automatically do
Yes.
it. I think a lot of them are adding in things that enhance the video. And so like the video you showed, that might not even be them like doing it purposely. Like, oh, shit,
Yeah.
I didn't like her eyes. Let me change those. I think the AI
Yes.
video editing is kind of doing that stuff. And so
Yeah.
I don't know where that ends, right? Like, because these are only going to get better, but also worse in the sense that it's going to change things based off of whatever, feedback or what they need to do, like slow down your voice or something like that.
Okay, so here's the thing. If the one that I showed you with the picture was the only one that had happened, I would be like, okay, it's a one-off. Okay, there's been like 35, whatever. It's a one-off. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I got 2 in a single week, I was
That's
like,
weird,
oh, this
yeah.
is becoming a thing where everybody's just buying up these AI tools and trying to automate all the stuff. And they're obviously not QAing it themselves.
Yeah.
And they're posting and using your face to do all of these things, but then it's like the wrong face, like wrong features. And you're like, okay. So that's where I feel like we need to do that. So I'm either like, do I wait till they send it to me and then correct them? But I'm not going to review every piece of content that someone sends my way. And, people are going to tag you and stuff. Like that's sometimes when I see it. You don't listen to our own podcast because you don't listen to yourself.
I listen to stuff.
When?
I listen to stuff.
What?
I listen
Which
to
one?
stuff.
All 17.
I listen to the clip. I watch the video clips sometimes. Not to play devil's advocate here.
Oh, here we go.
Two in a row. Is that a you thing? Like, should you be better on like AI complimentary or something? Is that on you?
What?
Like, are you not AI complimentary?
Like AI's biases can't figure out.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, like this person
like,
needs to be altered.
She's kind of racially ambiguous. Should we and age, like her age, we can't determine that. She's probably 35 or 60 or like, she probably would look better with highlights or maybe her eyes could be lighter. Yeah, fucking, I'm sure. I'm a doozy for AI tools. Oh my God.
Well, what would be funny though is if you started to do things to make it look like AI. So like make your hair gray or like make your eyes go farther away for some reason. Like and then they would try to fix those and make it even like crazier. So it's like maybe your eyes would be like to the side. It'd be like what's it, sloth. It'd be kind of funny.
Well, what's funny too? There was another thing with that initial picture podcast where they had also used the hands, remember? So yeah. So
Pointing
they have
up.
these, they're just, they're saying it's not AI. So I don't know. It's in my AI segment because I don't believe it. But look at the finger pointing. They're just using the pointing thing, you know what I mean? And all their YouTube thumbnails, which is so interesting to me. But
it's probably a template. And then they change the color and stuff to match the shade.
But like, don't put me on someone else's body, It's like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. We spent a lot of time on that. Now.
Got to put it in your podcast contracts. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. The next thing on the AI docket. I don't know if you want to cover this one.
What's this? So we got Inboundr.
Inboundr.ai.
All right,
You
let's
do
do
it.
it.
It's easy.
A little live feedback here. So I haven't even seen this one.
This should be good.
AI falls as fast as it rises. So
That's right.
we got Shawn Miller here talking about AI falling as fast as it rises. All right, so Shawn Miller posted about this here. Inboundr shut down my startup yesterday. We really thought we did something with Inboundr, Skullface. 12 months of main character energy just to get humbled by the market. What happened? We built a thin wrapper while LLMs were 10xing every 6 months and people were figuring out how to build automations without code. Sold a $20 a month product like it was enterprise software, LOL. Users started asking, why can't I just build this with N8N, N8N, and an LLM app API? Churn grew month over month since January. The market moved faster than what we did. And having misexecuted the marketing side, I'm now hunting growth hacks to build up a doc of the best plays. Turned it into a newsletter because misery loves company. Link to the newsletter. Engagement was actually pretty good on this thing, I will say. A lot of comments.
Yes, engagement was good. So this is the story now of tons of these startups, right? So when AI happened, everyone built this like wrapper and then launched
true,
their
though?
own company. I think it is. He pinned it, right?
Oh, yeah. But he already switched the world's first AI ghostwriter. Like, is he a ghostwriter now?
I think that's what his tool used to do. It was an LLM wrapper
Oh, yes.
that
Okay.
would write LinkedIn content or whatever. And then everybody's like, well, why couldn't I just build this myself? Because with the rise of things like Lovable or N8N or all these automations and stuff, it's like, why couldn't I just do it myself? And so in the beginning, when AI first came out, he probably saw a lot of success because people were like, yeah, I would not know how to use this for myself. It's kind of pre-built, pre-prompted, put together. And then as like times have changed, even you and we've built so many like custom GPTs and stuff. Like I would not buy a wrapper for a tool, and I've used some of them. They're not very good because they're not very customized for yourself, you know? So yeah, I just feel like this is where it's going. All the little wrappers are going to fail as companies because everybody's just going to build it for their specific use case on their own without having to pay something else. You know what I mean?
I do. I just wonder if this company should have even started. Like, so there's what you're saying, right? There is that, but there's also like, should that company have even been started? Like, I don't know. Just looking at it real quick, and this founder, he was probably a great guy, like him, but his newsletter is called The Lazy Growth Hacker. His post is literally just, I failed big time. Here's my newsletter. I sold a $20 a month product like it was enterprise software. Parentheses, LOL. He seems like he's joking around too much to get any funding, or like.
I think he's reached the end of the road where he's like, it's gonna, like, we're done. We're not pursuing this anymore. And now he's obviously figuring out a different avenue, which is like obviously his newsletter. Maybe you could monetize that from like a content creation perspective. I can envision a post that's coming in the future that says, you know, I start a company and burned it to the ground, and this is the 10 things that I learned kind of situation. But when I was reading through the comments, it seems like he was posting a lot. And so people were like, oh, I love, you know, seeing your journey and, you know, the hustle, and appreciate that, and being honest and open. And so he was a content creation company. So now he's just going back into like old school content creation, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at his background, he's gone through the ringer here. He was go-to-market at Blockchain Intelligence Group. He started a company called Simply Eats. It's Uber Eats for home-cooked meals. Got shut down by the government, which that sucks. Co-founder and CEO of SizeWise, AI to recommend the correct clothing size to online shoppers. Interesting. He's gone through some interesting waves here.
Very diverse background, it looks like. Revenue, sales, entrepreneur.
His company was only around for like 3 months.
A year. It says a year and 3 months.
I got the completely wrong. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I was going to say 3 months. No, I don't know if there's a story there.
Okay. Moving on.
Good for him.
The
He's
next
got a
thing
newsletter.
He's got a newsletter now. So moving on to the next thing. Okay. Speaking of AI, RB2B, as we know, every week we cover these companies laying people off and then hiring more people, replacing them with AI, etc. Adam Robinson, as we know, is our very honest CEO on LinkedIn. And I won't read the whole post, but he did share basically straight up in a post a couple of days ago that said, in June, we downsized from 5 to 3 full-time employees. That's 40%. And we replaced 2 of those full-times with a $99 per month AI clone and grew 4.9% to 5.5 million ARR. AI agents are now handling 90% of sales and support at RB2B. Here's the good, the bad, the ugly from June. So obviously he goes through the good, he's talking about his Adam clone, and it handles 1,700 inbound requests over the past 2 weeks, demos, SOC 2 docs, pricing, product tours, GDPR, which I would be very interested to see how it's handling product tours and things of that nature. And then he did talk about the bad, where he's obviously like, downsizing is terrible, right? And he looks at the ugly, which is downsizing is terrible. If anybody's looking for an AE or fractional growth, DM me. So those are obviously the 2 positions that he replaced with AI, which is super, super interesting. And then it says, it's somewhat jarring how effective the AI is in handling inbound sales in a what does this mean for all of us kind of way. And then he goes on to talk about the takeaways, where he says the AI agents are now successfully handling 90% of our sales and support. Soon they'll be solving core filtering, routing, outreach issues inside a product. He's going back to talking to customers every week. They're going to be picking up cold email ads, SEO back up in Q3, Q4. I'm sure there's some automation in place there as well. But this is like, he's notable for like always being honest about these things. I didn't go through the comments. I'm imagining not every single one of them is going to be favorable.
No.
You know what I mean? So people are curious though about it, and they're asking questions about, how these agents are handling these things, whether it's great or not. So anyway, what are your thoughts on this? This is kind of like where I feel like things are going. Do you think it was a matter of like he overhired, now he can automate it, he got rid of them, or like truly it's just a straight replacement?
It's hard to say because it's not like, what was it? Apparel company did, but they go like 1,000 employees and then like they did backtrack. Yeah. This is like 5 employees to 3. So it's a little different. I got a lot of respect for this guy. I mean, 5.5 million with 5 employees is very impressive. And then down to 3, placed a lot with AI. I mean, yeah, I think he tried it, going to add more, but he's also looking for a fractional growth instead of a full-time employee. So it's probably gonna be cheaper. So I think that's a good like kind of way to step back into it and then see where you can automate there.
Well, no, those are the 2 he fired.
Well, then he says downsizing is terrible if anybody's looking for an
AE or a frac growth. So the growth person was probably full-time and now is doing frac services probably. For anyone curious on what the $99 per month AI clone tool that he's using, he says that it's Delphi. Have you heard of that? Which is weird because obviously my parent company from myself is Delphinium. So I'm like, is that mine? No, I'm kidding. Delphi. Yes, it's not mine. Delphi creates a digital you. So that should be interesting. Let's look at this.
I wonder how much time is spent to put into these.
Yeah, your mind now on demand. It creates a digital you available 24/7 for coaching, Q&A, education, and more. Cody Sanchez, I just saw her on there.
Yeah.
So your mind multiplied, reclaim your time, future-proof your knowledge. Dang. I mean, this is where it's going. When you're like, oh, I wish there were 2 of me. Now it gets 2 of me.
Maybe. Because how much of this, you can clone yourself as much as possible or like give it as much data as possible. It's going to be always like the same canned answers though. Right?
But also like how is that different from like, I guess maybe some integrations and things like that. But like ChatGPT, I have a task GPT and it's like trained in how I talk and my POV and things like that. So like, what's the difference? It just does things for me, I guess, because it's handling
but you
calls.
don't trust those things 100%.
No, hell no.
Well,
I have to edit the shit out of it every single time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think most people use those things, myself included, to up to 90% of the time, like up to 90%. And then there's still that 10%, 15% of need to make changes, edit. Here's my extra POV on it. Like, here's what needs to happen. Look, I have a system where every time I make a change, I add it back in there and I give it the feedback. It's still not 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've told it 10,000 times not to use M dashes,
my
and it continues
gosh.
to do it.
I can't figure that one out either.
It can't help. And I realize what the issue is with the M dash, and that
Okay.
is that
You
it's
figured it
not
out?
it's not the M dash that's the problem. The
It is.
problem is that AI uses it too much and sometimes in the wrong places. So sometimes it's like it should be a comma or, like what's it called? An ellipses or whatever, but it should not be, or a colon, but it shouldn't be a freaking hyphen or M dash. And for some reason, it'll freaking put it in there. So it just loves to use it too much as a device.
I don't care about that. I don't care about
But
that.
I'm just saying that's the telltale sign when they're using it incorrectly.
I just don't get why, if I tell it a ton of times, put it in the
Not to do-
instructions, prompt, feedback, it still uses it.
Yeah.
But if I give it feedback, don't use synergize or these words,
It won't.
it understands it.
Yeah.
But there's certain things like, so actually VO3, the video thing, I can tell it a ton of times. I'll say no subtitles, do not add any text, no subtitles, please, no subtitles. I do not want subtitles in this video. Moving forward, please no more subtitles. Do not add subtitles after this text, parentheses, do not add subtitles, no subtitles. Will add subtitles. It will always add subtitles. Not always, but like 50% of the time. There's certain things in all these AIs that I cannot figure out, like why.
Maybe it's their boundary. It's their boundary. It's like,
I think it's a joke.
I
think they're joking with us.
The engineers, like, no matter
I think
what,
they find it hilarious.
Would that be something you and I would do if we were the engineers?
100%.
100%.
Yeah. If I'm on LinkedIn, I see everyone talking about M dashes. I'm an engineer at AI.
I'm laughing.
100% add and be like, don't do it every time, but like add it in there.
Yeah.
Like if you did it every time, that's just annoying, and then people would just give up. But like if you just add in there like 10%, like 15%, like every 7, that's funny. That's what I would do.
That does make me feel a little bit better about it, though. Like someone's getting a good laugh out of it. It just feels like the kind of trolling I would do. So now I'm like, I kind of like it.
Yeah, they definitely have like a Slack channel that says if anyone puts in please no more M dashes in like all capitals,
add
or stop,
another 10%.
or I told you not to use M dashes, Slack channel message. They're just seeing it and they're just dying. They're
And
just laughing
that,
so hard.
and then like told when they were engineering it, said like add 10% more M dashes just to piss them off. Like I would do that, just like a little increase. And then you would just chalk it up to, oh, it's freaking hallucinating. But they're like, no, it's just, we're just fucking with you. That's the okay. Speaking of AI fucking with you, Nick,
Always.
You know what's funny? Someone said, hey, if you guys don't know how to pronounce names, you can just like go to this website. And I'm like, no.
That's
the whole
wrong.
bit.
Oh, who said that?
The whole bit is to
that's
mispronounce the names. I don't know. I don't remember. But she said,
people don't get jokes.
But she said, there's a way that you can go and get the pronunciations heard. She said it. She said it sweetly though,
Did she though?
Yes. But anyway, because she complimented our show. It was the donut feedback or whatever, sandwich feedback, something nice. Hey, by the way, you can do this with the name thing. By the way, I still love the show. Okay.
People call that the backhand feedback, by the way.
Backhanded feedback. Okay. Nick Gaudio. See, this is so much more fun than going to a website. Okay, so this isn't the first time I have heard of him, seen his stuff, know of him, and we can get back to that in a second. But Nick posted and he said, why the hell would I, a potential consumer, go to your blog to get something I could prompt myself, which outputs an answer tailored to my learning style, my education level, and free of any possible misrepresentation or manipulation or illogical marketing crap? If you can't answer that, you're DOA. So he's obviously talking about AI and like, why would I go through, the blog post? Now, the funny thing is my first thought in this, I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm with you. And then when he said free of any possible misrepresentation or manipulation, I'm like, bro, AI is full of, Have you seen some of the outputs? And it's funny because Mac Redden, I love Mac. Yeah. He's always there before I'm there. And he's like, yes, but also free of any manipulation is a wild claim to make about an AI answer. So true. But my favorite was Nick Power's quote. He just commented this, which was his post that said, in quotes, no one reads blogs anymore. They just use AI. my dude, where do you think those little Satan robots are getting the information from?
Oh, that thing blew up too.
Yeah, it blew up. I mean,
This was
it's
5 months
so
ago.
true. Yes. He had done this 5 months ago, even though Nick posted a week ago. So he
okay, yeah.
he just commented with his post from 5 months
gotcha.
ago. Like, sir, come on. So as we were talking about before and moving into this is no, you cannot trust AI verbatim.
No.
Like at all. You always have to. One thing that I do, and I saw this on Marketing Against the Grain, and now I do it in like almost every prompt, especially if it's something like for something serious, right? Like I want to get a story right for us. I'm always like, always make it rooted in evidence and please show me the sources, whether it's in my project files or whether on the web. And then it'll show me a source on the web. And sometimes it's like a freaking random person's like blog on Medium or something. It's like that. You don't know if that's credible. You know, it's like a Reddit thing. And you're like, no. Now, if you're sourcing someone like the Financial Times or like whatever, then okay, maybe we'll take it a little more seriously. So that's kind of like the stuff where I'm always double checking its work. And sometimes if I don't, I'm like, hey, can you provide me the sources? And I'll be like, absolutely, you are so right. I actually kind of made this up and I didn't source anything because it, you know, fits the narrative. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's going to be the end of all of us.
Well, yeah, I mean, to your point, you said earlier, like even the source could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, if it gets it from Reddit, like think about how much crap is on there.
Well, it gives me the link to the actual Reddit post, and then I'm like,
no, I know, but like
sucks.
if it's getting it from there,
yes, exactly, it's wrong.
Like, yeah,
it's wrong or full of rage or whatever, right? So please double check your work. Don't take AI verbatim. Use it as kind of like an intern, but an intern. You wouldn't make intern in charge of a company. So just like chill out, right? Okay.
It's better than an intern. I mean, let's be clear.
These days, a trained intern, fine, entry level, like a coordinator level, specialist, analyst.
I mean, she knows more than me in some things.
Yeah, it does because it has access to all the knowledge in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It's not like.
Okay, so someone posted this. I'm actually going to skip the one right underneath and go to this one straight up because it's newer. But someone said, how not to do cold outreach. Number one, please don't yell. Pouty emoji. And it was so funny because she took the screenshot of this request she got. And it says, you have to see this. Like me reading this is not going to do it justice. But
yeah,
the person who posted it, her name is Uttkarsha. And he screams her name in all caps and says, Uttkarsha, 1,000 exclamation points. All caps. You are very unreachable person for me. I want to reach you out. Please text back. Uttkarsha. Okay. And my thing in our doc was, is this tacky or is it genius? Like, for real.
I think for the right person, it's funny.
I would think that would be freaking hilarious.
I think it shows a little personal like thing too. Like it shows a little personality if that's who you are,
yes.
right? I think it's a little funny. I feel like he's done that. I'm assuming it's a he based off of the profile picture. It works. I think it works sometimes. That's why they keep doing it.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, I would laugh if I got that. I don't know whether I would accept the invite, but I would definitely take a screenshot and post about it. Just like she did.
I don't know if I would post about it, but I would see it. I would at least see it. I mean,
Yeah.
There's an open rate there. So if you're looking for a good open rate, that might be it.
A read rate, not just open rate.
Oh, yeah.
Not just
rate.
see more.
Yeah.
I would read that whole thing and be like, this is hilarious. I'm also opening the door for like a bunch of people to send me requests in all caps. The 50 people who listen to this podcast. But
I just thought of something funny. But
okay, what's up with LinkedIn and boobs though? Like, why do we like boobs? Is it a LinkedIn thing or is it just like a human thing?
It's a human thing.
Okay, it's
what do you want us to say?
When I was writing about it, it's gone. The post is not
gone. Post is gone? Oh yeah, something went wrong.
Oh no.
Did you take a screenshot of it?
No, I didn't. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I bet his bosses made him take it down. It was a guy who said that he was on a client call. He's drinking out of this random mug that he got from his, coffee cabinet. And his client halfway through is like, hey, what's on your mug? And it was basically a mug with drawn pictures of boobs, like a bunch of different kinds of boobs. And it says, you're perfect the way you are, which I think is actually a really sweet message. But it was a gift that his wife's girlfriends had given to her.
And by the way, it's like a painted, it's
yeah,
not
it's
like
painted. It's
anything
not like
fancy. It's just like you
yes,
dot,
yeah,
you dot. Like it was
yeah,
not like a fancy
yeah.
like imagery or anything like that.
No, it wasn't obscene. It wasn't like pornographic. I could see why he didn't notice when he pulled it out of the cabinet because it just looks like kind of an Aztec-y, like tribal type design. And then the client was the one that was like, yo, what's that on your mug? Why you got a bunch of boobs? And then he posted about it and it was supposed to be cute and funny and now it's taken down. So we know someone came down the hammer with that one.
The cup looked like one of those cups that a fifth grader would make in art class.
Yeah.
It's like that white count cut that's like broken a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? That they
No.
paint on? No? Okay.
I
maybe
mean,
that was just
I
my
know,
school.
yeah, maybe it's just your
It's
school.
like those
Also, I didn't
white-
grow up here, so our schools were a
Grow
little more militant.
Oh, you
than
probably had
your
like
schools.
fancy cups over there.
What?
You probably had like
Where?
China. You probably had like Glade, like very fancy porcelain cups that you made. in fifth
No,
grade.
it's probably more like the actual like steel cups, you know.
Oh, so you like
very,
forged
India.
steel.
No, we didn't forge anything.
Oh.
It's just like the
talking about like arts and class. Arts
yeah,
and
you're
crafts
talking
class.
you're talking about making. No, we did not make such things. But anyway, okay. Circle back. What's going on in our circling back segment?
Circling back, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, homeboy.
Homeboy.
So we talked about this a couple weeks ago. There's that guy. What's his name here?
So isn't that him?
So yeah, no, not the Chris is the one that posted it. This guy's he's on Twitter. So
Yeah.
Parekh. He was working like 4 to 5 companies at a time. He would just go through the interviews. You know, he's an engineer. Some he would last a while, and then some he would get fired. But he was working like 4 to 5 different salaries at a time. These stories came out. I'm sure it wasn't us that kind of broke the news here, but
yeah, definitely
other
not
people
us.
were talking about it on Twitter and other platforms. So I'm sure, but now he's kind of leaning into it.
Yes.
So Chris posted a screenshot of Soham's Twitter feed because now he's like saying things like, let's ban being CEO of multiple companies. Should clearly be banned. I don't know what that means. Joking around, have fun working at one job. How do you launch a meme coin? Like he's kind of becoming famous now from this, which I think is honestly,
smart.
Good for him.
Yes,
Do
it's
it.
smart.
You're probably not gonna get hired again, but like have at it. That's what I would do. And these are getting some good traction, 13K, 26K impressions.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, not a lot of like engagement, but people are seeing it because they are obviously aware of this guy now who has managed to scam 4 to 5 startups or whatever working there at the same time. And like, if you think of a brain of a person who is doing that and he's thinking about quick ways to get rich, famous, whatever. Yeah. He's just generally like a conniving personality. Like I would imagine the next step is, well, yeah, I'm going to capitalize on this fame, no matter how bad it is. And the best part is that people are still talking about him. So he's continuing to do that. And our own friend, Zheng, who did the notorious B2B theme song, did a rap about him, which was hilarious because when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're talking about him. And so we want to play it right here. It's only a minute long. So I think we can dedicate that. Do you want to play it? I'll play it.
Can we just hold on for a second?
What?
I looked up Soham here on LinkedIn. My man is funny.
Oh,
My guy
is?
here is funny. So I just found him on LinkedIn. He doesn't post much, but he comments.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's where the money is.
And some people are posting about him, obviously, when things started to come out here. And he's saying, he'll comment on all of them. It's like someone says, is anyone following the Soham Parekh drama where he was hired by over 20 companies, blah, blah, blah. And he just basically comments, don't believe anything you read on the internet. That's whatever. But Business Today posted a video about him talking about the Indian engineer who fooled the top US startups. And he comments, Business Today, it's really not fair to pick on me. No one wants to work 140 hours a week. I had to.
Oh,
I just love that he's kind of like keeping engaged here.
It.
Then he's talking about, someone posted about millennials at 43.
Climate collapse, AI layoffs, no house, aging parents, cracking knees, recruiters. Have you tried posting content on LinkedIn? And then he comments with, I tried juggling like 5 roles once. It worked great until all 5 found out. Screw you. Jabroni capital. Okay.
This guy's funny. Oh, he only just started commenting last couple weeks.
Yeah, because he's capitalizing on the fame.
I'm waiting for him to start posting on LinkedIn.
He didn't even, funny. Should I tag him in Ding's post? I feel like I should. Let's tag him. All right. So here's Ding's video. And The track is called Job Juggler, Soham Parekh. And I actually didn't listen to it fully, so I'm very excited about this.
I'm working full-time at 8 different startups. Watch the money come. Remote work DJ Khaled. I just got another one. I just scammed another interview. I had a bunch of fun. I came, I saw, I conquered, I got nothing done. If I see a company is YC backed, I'll apply ASAP. I need that. Wait, which role is this again? Remind me fast. Do the wrong thing so much Spike Lee said. I can check every box in your hiring rubric. Whatever's listed on the job, bro, I can do it. Spraying out the applications like wiper fluid. I don't even need the money, I just don't like recruiters. Got a passion for the mission, I'm the right person. Reddit art overemployed, I'm on the site lurking. What's that? You need my resume? Wait, I'm searching. Yeah, I got a folder right here with 69 versions. All these startups let me in, it's some wide doors. 5 offers last month, this month 5 more. I heard you only got 1 job, you need to try more. How many jobs can you have? I got the high score. Y'all trying to aura max, I max job offers. I'm a job juggler.
Okay, how Ding doesn't go viral with every freaking thing he posts is beyond me, to be honest. Like, he'll post a banger and it'll be like 30 likes. I'm like, LinkedIn, you do my boy so dirty. Because, like, it's so good. Look at 22 likes on that thing. That is freaking genius level lyrics. That is like Kendrick Lamar poetry.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Not to kind of go back to Soham here.
Okay, well, why?
I forgot. I posted a screenshot of one of his tweets that I thought was the funniest. He says, in the got some good traction, 1.9 million. Elon could work at 9 startups. Jamie Dimon, don't know who that is, Dimon, could be on board of multiple companies, but when I do it, it's a scam. He's not wrong.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
So Jamie Dimon, I was like, oh, that's so familiar. Yeah, he's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, which is HQ in Columbus. He's a big work from the office guy. So that's kind of his reputation here. Yeah. So anyway, that is our latest with Soham. Okay, final one. Another data provider bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Not a famous one, though. So if you've been following us for a little while, you know that we covered Apollo and Seamless AI getting kicked out by LinkedIn many moons ago. Was what, earlier this year? And then Joshua Perk, founder at Vector, love this guy and also love Jess Cook. Shout out. After the LinkedIn and Apollo shenanigans earlier this year, LinkedIn has sent another message by suing Proxycurl, resulting in its closure. What's fascinating about this lawsuit is the scale of organizations LinkedIn is pursuing. Apollo, 150 mil. Proxycurl, 10 mil. This puts a wedge in what we all anticipated, LinkedIn only focusing on the biggest providers. So it was a rumor. It's not a rumor anymore. They're going after whether you're big, small, whatever. If you're breaking the terms of service, they catch you, you're out. And then he goes on to talk about like how Vector has chosen to not like get their data from LinkedIn specifically.
Smart.
But here is the notice from Proxycurl. Proxycurl shuts down, thank you. And it's funny here. So it says, in January earlier this year, LinkedIn filed a lawsuit against Proxycurl. Today, we are shutting Proxycurl down. Regardless of the merits of LinkedIn's lawsuit, there is no winning in fighting this. This is due to 2 reasons. The American rule, which means that even if we were to win the lawsuit, we would not be able to claim legal fees. Number 2, LinkedIn, owned by Microsoft, has more or less an unlimited war chest. What?
I didn't know you couldn't claim legal fees, even if you won.
Yeah, you can. I mean, a lot of contracts also say it, you know, if there's like indemnification, you kind of take on all the costs.
Yeah, that's true.
He goes, if I were sappy and any less of an optimist than I am, I'd be dismissive of the fact that LinkedIn had to resort to lawfare to shut us down. Instead, I have now learned a lesson. If I were to build a great and big business, lawfare had better be one of the weapons in my arsenal. And I had better build a business big and fast so that LinkedIn or any other huge incumbent competitor would think twice before suing me, especially if a harmful legal precedent might be made against a defendant with means like Apollo. This is my biggest mistake with Proxycurl, that I chose to grow it organically. So
I don't like part of this having to build they make it sound like LinkedIn is a big company just trying to sue a small company. Just don't break the rules. It's pretty simple. Like, don't break the rules.
So he's saying that basically they didn't go after Apollo because Apollo was bigger and had more ammunition to fight back, but LinkedIn is suing Proxycurl. Here's the thing. Someone talked about this the other day too, which is there are a lot of things a company will do before they get into a legal battle with another company, right? So LinkedIn could have very well issued a warning that said, hey, we have noticed that you are doing XYZ. Please stop. you're breaking a term of service. Final warning. Otherwise, we will have to pursue legal action. I mean, I've been in-house. That's usually how it goes, right? Hey, you're using a logo, C&D. Please take it down. We just take it down. Issue's over. No one wants to go after them.
No.
I think Proxycurl's entire business might have been trying to get information from LinkedIn. Obviously, that would warrant that they would shut down, right? Because Apollo hasn't shut down. Seamless hasn't shut down because it's one of the data sources, but not the primary data source.
Right.
But yeah, you're right that the insinuation of like, hey, we're a small guy. We don't have the means to fight back. So it's easy for you to sue us. I mean, it takes money still from LinkedIn to sue, even if they can't pursue back, right?
I mean,
So it's
yeah,
like-
but not really. Like,
Yes.
Not in comparison.
Not in comparison. But anyway, I don't think this should discourage anyone from growing organically. I just think like you got to respect the rules. If you're getting stuff from a place where the information's not yours,
Yeah, I
then,
mean, you got to play by the rules.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, then say that.
Yeah, exactly.
True,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's what we have today.
And that's a wrap on Notorious B2B, where we expose the nonsense and remind you that most B2B marketing is just a very expensive guessing game.
Don't and post a passive-aggressive LinkedIn poll about it. We'll still find you.
And if you have B2B drama we should cover, slide into our DMs. We accept screenshots, leaked internal memos, and questionable brand rebrands.
Until next time, keep your marketing unhinged and your LinkedIn bio free of the words growth hacker. See you later.
Later, skater.